Alright lads, it's showtime. I'm just going to have a quick recap of last session's events while past me travels to the city. So, we're breaking into the Imperial City. I currently have a bounty of approximately 20,000 gold and I need to find a way to make money fast. I also need to find a way to increase my lockpicking ability, as there are many places I want to break into which may have a lot of gold stashed away. Now my main plan to do this is by learning a spell which helps me break any kind of lock. That is why throughout this entire video you're going to see me spam the ever-loving heck out of the protect spell, which increases my alteration level. Anyway, in terms of the plan to break into the Imperial City, I'm going to enter through the market district, as there shouldn't be as many guards compared to the jail, arena and palace. I will then try to sneak my way through the city, learning everything I can about making money. As a side objective, I want to find someone who sells a lockpicking spellbook, or just lockpicks in general. Alright, here we are at the gates of the market district. It's always nice returning to a crime scene, it shows you just how small the world really is. We're going to play a new game I invented just now called How Long Will I Last Before Being Spotted. If your guess was any longer than 1 second, you lose. But fear not, frightened viewer. This video isn't just going to be a montage of me killing everyone and everything in sight like the last two. I planned for this. Now, unlike any other Bethesda game, in Oblivion, when you anger a group of people and leave the area, rather than having the entire city flood out for your head, instead, only one person follows you outside. This means I can take the guy's life without making a scene. Now, all I needed to do is lure the other guard outside, take his life, and then the path should be clear. Nah, there's no way that worked. Woo! Anyway, the first thing I spot going into the city is a bounty poster. And it doesn't have my face on it? Am I a nobody to these people? With no guards near me, I slowly and carefully sneak my way through the city. God damn it, where did you come from? Ignoring what just happened there, I made my way back into the city to try and talk to a civilian.
I avoid those things whenever I can. Good. Can I help you?
Now, I'm not trying to be romantic or anything, but I want our conversation to last forever.
Theo from the Arcane University is looking for someone.
Arcane University, you say? Sounds very wizardy. Might give me a good chance to learn some lockpicking spells.
Leave me alone.
Alright, big man, that's enough. Follow me outside. Now, all seems to be going well. That was until I heard a voice in the distance and saw the Elder Scrolls equivalent of Legate Lanius barreling towards me. Now, I've taken on 2 guards at once before, but this new edition was no ordinary guard. Eventually, I eliminated the guard that initially chased me out of the city, and I was left with a 1v1 duel with the Legate. Now, initially, this new guard looked as stupid as the rest. I quickly stopped laughing when the Git called in reinforcements to try and pry me off the ledge. Taking on 2 guards was challenge enough. Taking on 3? I didn't even want to find out, so I ran. My plan was to use the castle walls as a shield against the arrows whilst I fought the elite guard in a sword duel. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally able to kill the... Wait, what? Unconscious? No! Now, for some reason, I will never know how to explain, the 2 guards randomly stopped attacking me. Wait, why's the battle music come back? Oh. Alright, bub, let's end this.
Die, cur! You'll never take me down!
Get up. I want to kill you again.
What is it, citizen? Well now.
After asserting my dominance a bit too much, I decided to head back into the city one last time. This was a mistake.
Stop! You violated the law. Someone's been murdered.
At this point, the whole city was alerted, so I needed to move fast.
You're pathetic.
I decided that the best course of action was to leave, and only to come back when I get strong enough to take on multiple guards at once. My first plan was to level up my character. I may not have forgotten what I named him. Anyway, I returned to Wayne Primary to sleep in one of the beds I vacated last time I was there. This allowed me to level up my character and increase its stats. Now, I'm not really sure what any of the stats do, I just know that intelligence and willpower are magic related. Strength, I think, increases the amount of items I can carry, and I presume speed makes me run faster. I realise I'm close to gaining another level, so I jump around whilst casting spells for a bit until I advance to level 8. My only plan now was increasing my stats, so I decide to explore for a bit whilst increasing my alteration. I come across another shrine where I learned that the gods think I'm trying to earn penance. I've just massacred half the Imperial army and now the gods think I'm trying to be on the straight and narrow. Directly next to this shrine was a fort, and since I had nothing better to do, I headed on inside. The fort was housing a small group of vampires who immediately begin to attack me. Basically every fight I find myself in now is the easiest encounter ever compared to dealing with the Imperial army. Even if they do manage to land a hit on me, they do like no damage. They're pathetic and weak. After clearing out the initial group and a few stragglers within the caves, I make my way into the main room where the leader was. I make short work of her, so I stole a cool golden armor and the pounder? Okay. And make my way out of the fort. Once outside, I'm met with a good boy, and after a quick petting, I am continuing my exploration. Next to the fort was a small settlement called Hackdirt. Not the prettiest of names, but it did have the major advantage of having no law enforcement protection. Rather than exploiting this flaw in the legal system, I decided that I wanted to settle down here and make it my base of operation. I decided to interact with one of the Hackdirtians and found out that not killing everyone in sight might be difficult. It turns out that all of these people are extremely racist and hate outsiders, so I needed to ensure that I kept a cool head and not killed anyone for offending me. Okay, so that didn't last long, but surely nobody noticed, right?
Outsider! Kill!
Oh, bugger. It didn't take long until I was forced to retreat. In the distance I spotted a nearby house that I could jump on so I could plan how to get out of this situation. It turns out there was more of them than I initially thought. Where did they come from? Dunno. How did they know I killed someone? Dunno. How was I going to get out of this situation? Fire! Eventually I slaughtered them all, and when I looted them, what I found was shocking. Ectoplasm. Were these guys ghosts? I decided to clear out the rest of the town when more of these unknown entities showed up. After clearing out that wave, I quickly eliminated the rest of the town and left. I returned to Wayne Priory yet again to level up my character. When I went exploring again, I found a ruin. There wasn't much inside other than a few traps, skeletons, actual ghosts, and a necromancer, but the true treasure lied outside of the ruins. It was an orange stone, and when I interacted with it, I learnt a spell that allowed me to turn invisible. Only once per day though. So you know where I'm heading to next. That's right, we're back in the city. Now what I didn't realise was if I made myself invisible and then went through a door, like I just did, I would no longer be invisible on the other side. That was when I remembered that the spell could only be used once per day. I'm about to be Sleeping Beauty right now. This wasn't a complete waste of time, as I was able to advance my character to level 10 and then max out his willpower. Finally, I was back in the Imperial City and I was able to successfully cast the spell without any guard spotting me.
One more coin and oh, blessings of Stendarr
Bugger.
upon ye.
By some absolute miracle, there were no guards in sight. Not sure if I killed them all already, but regardless, I didn't waste the opportunity and was able to run to the nearest spell store. Now, they didn't sell anything to do with lockpicking, but I was able to purchase 2 flame-based spells. One that allowed me to set someone alight by touch, and another that made people vulnerable to fire. Seemed like a good pair. Okay, I'm almost certain I've killed like 99% of the guards, because I was able to make my way further into the city without causing any trouble. Eventually, I was able to identify a guard, but it wasn't just any guard. It was him. I made sure to stay clear of him and made my way to the arena district. Unsurprisingly, once I entered the arena, I was met with one of the few straggling guards. Now was the perfect time to test the strength of my new spells. I'm not sure if Flame Touch was that much stronger, but regardless, I was able to effortlessly eliminate the guards and make my way back into the arena. Unfortunately, the remaining civilian in the arena district was a witness to everything, so he ran off and tattled on me to the guard. And with that, I decided to make my way outside the Imperial City. Thankfully, the guard didn't follow me through the door, so I was safe.